Hey there, Carnage Cravers. Welcome back to Carnage Corner. I am Ken Carnage. Feel like I say that to you guys a lot, probably because I do. All right, well, I gotta do it just in case we have new viewers who don't know who I am, which is hopefully we get some of those every day. But this is the Smackdown review, as I'm sure you read in the title before you clicked on it. But we're gonna jump right into it. SmackDown actually opened up. This is the SmackDown after Extreme Rules, so we're talking 2 days removed from Extreme Rules. SmackDown opened up with Jeff Hardy, with a Jeff Hardy promo, with an elaborate paint job and some creepy contact lenses, and him giving a somewhat schizophrenic type promo, which was a good promo. Like no, not knocking Hardy's promo skills at all. It was a little weird, but it was meant to be a little weird. I think that was his point. But he, in no uncertain terms, said that he was going to get the United States Championship back. From there, they went directly to a Shinsuke Nakamura interview, where Shinsuke called Jeff Hardy a sad clown, and said some other things. But he ended his interview with by saying "God bless America," which is fantastic. Shinsuke is very obviously an anti-American foreign heel. That's fantastic to have as your United States champion, because it gives the people watching a real reason to want to see the other guy win. It's been done forever. It works. That's why it's been done forever. I would go as far as to say, like, I would really, really, really think it was a great heel move for Shinsuke to change the belt, for Shinsuke to come out and say that it's not the United States Championship anymore. It's the Rising Sun Championship, or the the Empire of Japan Championship, and swap out the American flag for a Japanese flag, and just run with that whole foreign heel thing. I know it's been done a million times over, but when done well, it's very entertaining, and it makes people care. Whether you're an American and you want to see the American get the title back, or you're from somewhere else and maybe you don't particularly like us Americans, and so you want to see the foreign heel win. Maybe to you he's not a heel, but that's the dynamic of it, because no matter where you're from or who you are, it's a story that you can invest in, and that's what this is all about. It's about a story you can invest in. So hopefully that is the way they go. That would be neat. So we then go into our first match, which of course was AJ Styles versus Andrade Cien Almas. And I don't know how almost goes from the pre-show of a pay-per-view to working with the WWE champion. But unfortunately for Almas, he almost won. No, he actually didn't. He didn't almost win. He lost. AJ beat him. AJ managed to get a somewhat decent match out of Andrade Cien Almas. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of Andrade. I don't particularly like his work. His match with Sin Cara at Extreme Rules was an absolute stinker. AJ managed to get a decent match out of him, but AJ could make a broomstick look like a championship contender. I mean, just in either case, I don't think that it will be Andrade challenging at SummerSlam for the WWE title. I certainly hope it's not. That would be a real waste. As far as who's going to challenge for the WWE title at SummerSlam, I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing Rusev get another go at it. Rusev and AJ had a good match. It was a good match. Off the top of my head, they got Shinsuke tied up with the U.S. title now. Of course, Orton is involved in this whole thing with Hardy and Shinsuke and whatnot. So, but there are other there are other options. I mean, you've still got guys like Miz and Daniel Bryan. As much as I don't like Daniel Bryan, he's still a viable option to have a match with AJ Styles. And a match between Daniel and AJ would undoubtedly be better than a match between AJ and Andrade. So I hope they don't settle when they could do much better. That being said, we go backstage real quick. Excuse me, pardon my speech impediment there. Where Aiden English gives a very sincere apology to Lana. Oh, why the hell is apologizing to Lana? And Lana, with these Happy Lana Day t-shirts, Lana, you're gonna ruin your husband's gimmick. Stop. He's finally got something good going. Don't be the albatross that weighs him down. Okay? He has put in work for this. He has gotten to the point where the crowd is behind him, and WWE finally has to take notice because the crowd is so behind him. Do not ruin this. Okay? Get your own gimmick. For God's sakes. So, from there we go to Becky Lynch versus Mandy Rose. God, was this match hard to watch. Becky tried to get a decent match out of Mandy, but again, Becky's not a miracle worker. So Becky did win the match, which is good. If they'd had Mandy win, I would be concerned. Mandy Rose is proof positive that you can't just be a model and make it in pro wrestling. You have to put in the work. That being said, we go backstage after Becky, because after the match, Becky she basically tells Carmella, "I'm coming for you." Go back into Paige's office, which you remember when WWE general managers had actual offices? It wasn't just a backdrop with a TV. And in her office with her is Carmella, and Paige tells Carmella that she'll face Becky Lynch next week, and if Becky can beat her, Becky will get a title match at SummerSlam. So we'll see how that goes. Had a short segment in the locker room with Ty Dillinger and R-Truth, where Ty thinks Truth is talking to him, but Truth is actually on the phone. Maybe some people think that kind of thing is funny. I thought it was kind of stupid. But in either case. Then we got Ty Dillinger versus Samoa Joe. You could probably guess how that one ended. Samoa Joe choked him out. Oh, there's a potential WWE title contender. Samoa fucking Joe. You kidding me? Samoa Joe versus AJ Styles for the WWE title? Pfft. Do that. That's much better. Alright, so. And then Miz. This was funny. Miz had a funeral for Team Hell No. Oh my god, I was in stitches the whole time. It's fantastic. Until that fucking goat-faced hobbit had to come and attack Miz from behind. It's funny, for all his talk about, being the internet darling, the favorite of the people, and he's supposed to be the ultimate good guy and honor and yada yada yada, and he still jumps people from behind, and they cheer, and people cheer. Is what it is. Daniel Bryan is the best heel that this company's ever had. And I say that because he's a heel and everybody thinks he isn't. Which is funny. Because those of you who have been watching closely, you've seen what I've seen. You realize he's a heel. You know that as general manager, he threw his weight around. You know that you noticed that as soon as he wasn't general manager, he was still throwing his weight around with our current general manager, Paige, in order to get Miz transferred to Smackdown. you realize that he's always had a chip on his shoulder because he came into the WWE after, dragging his nuts on the ground in the indies for 10 plus fucking years. And he comes in and they stick him with The Miz, as The Miz being his pro. This rubbed him the wrong way. But you know what? The fact of the matter is this. Miz was the pro. Miz was in the big leagues. Miz was under the big lights. Miz, well, I believe at this time, Miz had already been WWE champion. If he hadn't, he'd at least been Intercontinental champion, United States champion, tag team champion, and the list goes on. So yeah, you know what? I don't care how many bingo halls Daniel Bryan bounced his fucking head off the floor in. Yeah, no, when it comes to doing it on the big stage, under the big lights, Miz was the pro. Daniel Bryan needs to get the fuck over himself. Anyways, going off on tirades. Then we get bullshit with New Day in the locker room. God, I hate the New Day. Absolutely fucking hate the gyrating gaggle of goofs. I will be happy when that 3G turns into a 4G and the gyrating gaggle of goofs is gone. I would love that. Absolutely love that. They go out and we get Kofi Kingston versus Eric Young. Back and forth kind of matchup with the partners on the outside getting involved here and there. Long and short of it, Eric Young wins. Thank God. And we move on into our main event with Jeff Hardy and Shinsuke Nakamura. I'll tell you what, if you watch Jeff closely, you can tell he's hurting. He's not quite moving like he normally does. Like, if you really watch him, you can tell that he's in some pain and probably needs to take some time off. But to make a long story short, just when it looks like Jeff may regain his United States Championship, Randy Orton yanks him out of the ring and attacks him. And this was great. I'm so glad we got heel Orton back, because this was fantastic. He beats him down. He fucking takes his finger and hooks it inside that stupid big-ass hole in Jeff Hardy's ear, and it's pulling on it, which, I'm sorry, you put that big a fucking hole in your ear and get into a fight, you're really asking for it to get grabbed? I mean, seriously. If you fight for a living, maybe don't give anybody any extra handles to grab you by. That's like, I never understood guys with long hair. Like, you're just asking for somebody to drag you around by your fucking hair. Alright, and even worse than that is when guys got a man bun. Seriously, what is that? A saddle horn for your boyfriend? Get the fuck out of here. In either case, Randy Orton, he beat up on Jeff Hardy, drug him around by his ear, DDT'd him off the announce table onto his head, and left. And that was how we closed that SmackDown. He kept telling Jeff, do you want to know why? Do you want to know why? Do you want to know why? And nobody knows why but him. And you know what? That's okay. Because he's being a heel, and I like it. So, until next time, ladies and gentlemen, I am Ken Carnage. And remember, Carnage, right around the corner.